Welcome into another great episode of Living in San Diego, joined by Jeremy Katz.
Hey, what's up?
And we're going to talk about the awesome neighborhood of Serra Mesa. Jeremy, you used to live there?
Yes. Well, I lived there more than 12 years in two different spots. Only recently did I move. I really love this neighborhood, Henish. I'm so glad that you decided to feature it.
I love Serra Mesa too. I think it's a nice central location. Prices are still affordable. It's next to so many amenities. You know it better than most people. Let's get started.
All right.
Tell me more about the location.
Well, Serra Mesa is located off the 805 and Murray Ridge. There's two main entrances to the neighborhood. 805 and Murray Ridge, you get off there, you go east, and that Murray Ridge is a major through street in the subdivision. The other way to access it actually is off Friars Road, from where we used to go into Qualcomm Stadium.
Yep.
Right, you go right up that. That's Mission Village Drive. So there's jacaranda trees on both sides of that big hill that go up there and onto the mesa. That is Serra Mesa.
There you go. Tell me more. Tell me more about the community and stuff like that.
All right. Well, there's several subdivisions to consider if you're thinking about living there or finding a great place to live. This, first of all, so central, like you said. So on Mission Village, we typically consider that the Mission Village subdivision on both sides. A lot of those have canyon views or even views to Mission Valley. They're mostly single-family homes built in the mid to late 60s. Most of those homes are on raised foundation. As opposed to, say, you go to the next subdivision, which would be, let's say, north and south of Murray Ridge, okay? And in that northern section, a lot of them are slab on grade, right? So, but mostly still this kind of mid-century modern 3-bedroom, 2-bath. A lot of them have the same typical floor plans. So once you kind of know the neighborhood, you start to see, these connections.
For sure.
And the last subdivision worth mentioning is kind of hidden. So if you're looking for a very centrally located place that is like this, but is even more hidden, it's the so-called Phyllis Place subdivision. So when you exit the 805 Murray Ridge, you may have noticed on that sign there, it says Phyllis Place. Because if you go west off that off-ramp, you'll go into another hidden subdivision. That's the only way in and out of that subdivision. And recently, it kind of has the claim to fame of also now having access. There's a back way access to the park at Savita Park, which is down on Friars Road.
I love that park. It's a great amenity to have nearby. And that's the nice thing about Serra Mesa is that it's so close to also other great parts of San Diego, like Kearny Mesa, like Mission Valley, like the new Snapdragon Stadium. Montgomery Field is there, and all those resources, and having that highway. If you're in the medical business, there's so many hospitals in the area, things like that.
The big popular conversation right now in the real estate industry is how to take advantage of ADUs, how to do, let's say, student housing ethically and responsibly. Serra Mesa is a perfect upcoming neighborhood for this.
And when were the houses built in Serra Mesa?
Almost all of them mid to late 60s.
That's what I thought. And so what I've noticed is there's still original owners.
Yes.
Well, maybe second owners that bought in the 70s or 80s that are starting to fade into glory, and they need a transition. So there are some older fixer houses that you can get there, and typically under $1 million. Yeah,
if you're going to renovate it and fix it up, because most of the houses go, you're right, they go for about $1 million, almost right on the nose in Serra Mesa
right now. Yeah, that's the price.
And you can get into the neighborhood. There are some townhouse condos, even in that little section we talked about. They're off Ruffin Road. They're off Castle Glen. You can get in there for $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 on a townhouse condo, but the houses entry level, you might be able to get in for $850,000, bigger, $1 million with a view, on up to maybe $1.2, $1.3 million even.
What are some of the other amenities in Serra Mesa?
Well, we like the restaurants, of course. I mean, that's probably, I'm biased toward that.
For sure.
One of the ones I like over there is the Bud's Louisiana Cafe. You ever been there?
Yeah, I love that spot. I've been there a couple of times, and it's a surprising gem because in a world of American and flatbread and boring stuff like that, it's nice to be like, oh, Cajun food.
Yeah, but it's spicy.
Get some bouillabaisse. Get a clam bake here. They've got all the good stuff. Sausage, andouille sausage.
Yes,
and it's a good vibe there too. I like that spot.
You're already making me hungry. And they play jazz music.
You got to wear a bib.
Well, I don't. But But yeah, they play jazz music. It's a pretty good spot. It's kind of a hidden one. You're going to have to look it up on your Google Map.
Yeah, because it's kind of in a corporate park area.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. You'd be thinking, am I going to a restaurant? Yes. Check it out.
Park, it's right there. And it's right next to Montgomery Field, which is one of our regional airports. So you get a little bit of single prop airplane traffic. Not too loud. It's not like a jet flying over, but it's something to consider.
Yeah, absolutely. I also like the Aero Squadron, which is because it's right there with Montgomery Field, right? I think they even have a Sunday brunch at the Aero Squadron. Check their website and find out about that. I think that you can get their Sunday brunch still. And that one has an airplane themed kind of style, right?
It's right there on the airport at Montgomery Field. So
yeah.
Nice thing there. What else? What else we got in Serra Mesa?
Well, there's more restaurants. I mean, some of our favorite ones are places like Maggie's Cafe, the Kokoro Sushi, or even across the street, there's the Bare Buns Bakery. So a lot of folks, want to support local business and want to get handcrafted, more of a neighborhood vibe, right? So Bare Buns is a great option. They do have outdoor seating, gourmet coffees. I've even ordered some of their holiday cakes and pies, not only for my own, but also I gave one or two to some of my friends and clients because they like the bakery.
That's a nice gift to give out, right? Instead of some, another bottle of wine.
Something different.
It's a little custom there. We got some community events there.
Yes. Well, they used to run a farmer's market, and we really would love to see if any of the viewers have ideas or suggestions about how to get that going again. It was popular at a time before COVID, but since like about a year or so before COVID, I think they unfortunately didn't continue it. So it'd be something that, if people want to reply, make suggestions, we'd love to see the farmer's market back in Serra Mesa. There's a food bank that runs a regular event, so definitely want to recommend people contribute to that or take advantage of it as the need may arise. And there's also quite a few community churches that are doing a great job with community outreach. A lot of really good elementary schools that are highly rated. There's a lot of really good things happening in Serra Mesa.
Yeah, it's a great part of town. I would not discourage anyone from moving there.
Thank you so much. I love living there. I wish I could continue to live there. My situation changed, but you can be sure as soon as possible I'll be buying again in Serra Mesa.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you spending some time with us and talking about Serra Mesa. It's a great community in San Diego, and it's only going to get better, especially with how much Snapdragon is growing. There's going to be thousands of units there, so there's going to be some overflow demand. And we see awesome events happening down there. All the shopping's there, the Costco's, the Ikeas, the Lowe's. It's all right there, and it's a nice central location that you can get to quickly without having to jump even on a highway.
Good suggestion. I love the chance to come on and talk about it. I love Serra Mesa.
Awesome. Jeremy, thanks again for
coming on. Thanks so much, Hanish.
Catch you soon. Another great episode of Living in San Diego.